All right, everyone, no rest for the wicked. We are back into game number 3. As I turn off that music, there we go. We're going straight into it. We gotta keep things rolling. The bands are going. It's gonna be, oh man, these guys get the idea. All right, Viper, Nyx, Nature's Prophet, some of the same bands as last game. OD this time around will not be in UMD's wheelhouse.
Yep, I mean, OD has been amazing the last 2 games, and you see the next band, I mean, they're going for the OD again, you know it. So that's a great band there. And we are finally going to see Slurm on a different hero.
5 seconds remaining.
You gotta wonder though, does that just activate UMD's trap card? It's like, is there something else that UMD's just a sleeper on that maybe they're gonna pull out now? I hope so. It is the last game.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Going to a Sand King band. We haven't seen him actually in any of the games.
Yeah, banned all 3 games. Viper banned all 3 games. Nyx banned all 3 games. Tiny also going to be banned this time. UMD banning it. They did that last game as well because Rutgers picked it up in the first game. Do you feel like it was successful enough to warrant a ban, or is it just a hero you don't want to get first picked? Which they have first pick, but they don't want the Tiny. So yeah, ban it.
Yeah, I mean, Tiny is fine. It's just a good ban. But, by the way, actually, just a update. Apparently, Inferno's internet is crapping on him, so that actually wasn't an intentional disconnect.
And they were out of pause time from their long
pause time.
Oh,
yeah, apparently Inferno
that is
was
so
currently
unfortunate.
Playing. Yeah, Inferno is currently playing on a his phone hotspot, Wi-Fi hotspot.
You can relate to that, Goldsy.
Yeah, no, yeah, I actually been doing that for a little bit for casting because I'm at a pretty I'm not in an optimal location right now, so I'm actually casting everything on the laptop, by the way, on a Mac at that, on like 30 seconds. So
Mac gaming.
I know how that feels. Sorry, Inferno, for flaming you. I didn't mean that. I just yeah, because when I didn't see your teammates pausing for you, I forgot that that pause went on forever and you guys were out of pause time.
All right, Winter Wyvern picked up from Rutgers again. This didn't go so great the first game, Golgi. Golgi, the Winter Wyvern, opinion?
Yeah. I'm trying to think about it. I mean, I just always find Winter Wyvern first pick so questionable. The hero is so good situationally. Yeah, the hero is so good situationally, right? And what do you do about heroes that are good situationally? You pick them, you know, last pick or like, you know, like during second phase, right?
In a situation where you know that they're going to be good. You don't know they're going to be good yet first pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern, basically her entire kit says, I'm good against, you know, melee right clickers. That's what I'm good at. Because
Huskar,
I can give
Clinks, all these guys.
I especially against melee heroes, right? Because they clump as well. But yeah, like physical damage and melee heroes, because she has Splinter Blast, which is great against anyone that clumps up and it slows them physically, and also her Arctic Burn, it slows their movement speed and their attack speed. You got the Cold Embrace, which gives 100% magic resistance to your ally and heals them, but it stuns them as well, so you don't want to draft against anyone with magic damage. And then you finally got Duality, which you know, which forces enemies to attack each other, and they have a lot of physical damage. It's going to be amazing. If they don't, it's going to be kind of underwhelming. And especially if they're going to have a lot of melee heroes, it might be even better. But if they have a lot of range heroes, they might be able to poison around. So it just seems like Winter Wyvern have a lot of ifs. But it's a really good hero if those ifs line up. But yeah.
And then you said magic damage, physical damage for Cold Embrace.
Yeah, sorry, physical damage. But Winter Wyvern is going against Beastmaster. UMD did pick up a Beastmaster to the Winter Wyvern, so
yeah,
just with the Necro books.
You can turn his whole zoo around on himself.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, when his whole zoo that turns around himself gets the inner beast aura as well, while attacking the Beastmaster. And Cold Embrace, Winter's Curse gives you attack speed as well, so those Necro Creeps hit really fast.
Dire team pick.
Alright, the next set of bands. IO, Rutgers really does not like IO as a hero.
Yeah, banned all 3 games.
Only 2 heroes, or two heroes banned all 3 games by Rutgers. That is Sand King and IO. Similarly, UMD really is not a fan of that Nyx, not a fan of that Viper.
5
Yep.
seconds remaining.
Invoker was banned, interestingly enough. I guess UMD doesn't want to mess with that again. Although I don't think Invoker is a very good hero right now. Just the last time they weren't able to get on his butt. But I guess maybe they're going to think of drafting something slower here. Because otherwise, if you're drafting something fast, you want your opponent to have an Invoker. Because Invoker is just it's gonna be a misdraft if they pick it against a fast draft.
All right, Rutgers cracking a bunch of reserve time now for their first pick. UMD's already wasted quite a bit, but Wyvern's picked up Clockwork. They've got good team fight, good initiation for their team fight already. What do they want to add to this little pot here? Make a nice stew, Golgi.
Radiant team pick.
We'll be seeing at least one pick.
Oh my god.
I mean, Rutgers.
All right. I like this. I like it.
Yeah. Like, at least from what I see from Rutgers is their heroes are amazing at delaying the game rate. Winter Wyvern is a hero that makes your opponent really afraid to go high ground because first of all, Splinter Blast clears the waves, just short of clearing waves, but if you got Firestorm on top of that, they're going to be dying before they can even hit the base. And then if you ever clump up to go high ground, you only get Winter's Curse. So Rutgers might be looking for something to go late here with their carries in the mid lane.
I don't know, I think they're going to go with a really hard to kill strategy. They've got great area denial right now. They've got great delay. They've got great kiting. They've got a little bit of heal in the Winter Wyvern, but I think they might go something stable like the Juggernaut, just dropping Healing Ward. A Healing Ward on top of this. How do you kill this team?
Yeah. Juggernaut can be okay. This is going against a Beastmaster who can roar him through his spin.
I don't think he's ever... I mean, if he picks that up, I think Rutgers has no reason to not fight his 5 past like, 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If they do that. There are other ways they could take this. Storm Spirit actually...
Early Storm Spirit.
Yeah. That's, do they just pick AM?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about how good of a draft they have when it comes to delaying the game. AM could work.
I mean, if they don't pick it now, do you think it gets banned? What else could they be banning here?
But the problem is, if they pick AM, they don't have ways to deal with this. So they got damage against Storm Spirit, but they still don't have lockdown for him, and they might want to think about drafting 2 ways to lock him down.
Yeah, very true. What could they take? I mean, their alternative is like a Sven that could provide the lockdown and damage, and that because there's not a lot of options in the mid right now, right? Maybe Tinker because he can get a.
No, you don't want to pick a Tinker.
Yeah, not Tinker. I mean, I'm just thinking like, there's not a lot of mids that are gonna have spells that help. Maybe a Puck if he's really good about getting on him. Okay, there you go. That's still a hard combo to land though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have if you know your time, you can land the Storm Spirit has a cast point on his Ball Lightning.
Yeah.
So if you can get the and if Storm Spirit also traps himself accidentally under Pit of Malice, it will be also easy LSA as well.
But this is that was a good smart pick with the Storm Spirit then from UMD, because what was left for Rutgers to pick? Lena's a good pick. Lena's a good counter pick for that, but not a great hero on her own, right? It kind of forced them into a situation like that.
Yeah, good thing about Lena is it is a lane dominator that can give Storm Spirit a hard time in the lane. And if they can get some ganks going with the Clockwork early on, they might actually be in a pretty good spot. I mean, one of the best ways to deal with Storm Spirit is delay his early game.
A good way to counter that, though, is bring in a hero that is going to make sure he's roaming just as much, if not harder.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our Bounty Hunter.
Actually pick Bounty Hunter. I like Rubik here a lot. There's so much magic damage over on Rutgers that his aura is going to do a lot of work here.
Plenty of spells to steal as well.
Yeah. And the spells are amazing. Splinter Blast is great. Firestorm is great. Drain Slave is great.
I think there's nothing sadder than being an Underlord getting hit by an enemy Firestorm.
Yeah, there's anti-mage ban, as you said. which I think I think it's still a safe ban for them to go for, but I still don't know if that's what Rutgers should be looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. I mean, it's your hand is a little bit forced there. Sure, they may
Yeah.
not go it, but if they do
10
go it,
seconds remaining.
It's scary.
it's scary.
Yeah.
5 seconds
The
remaining.
anti-mage is so slow. That's his problem. I can get Gyrocopter, the old reliable.
Maybe we're gonna see some divine rapiers this game. Please don't, because that means this game is going wrong. Oh yeah, I meant to. I informed these teams in the lobby. The Chaos Knight. Okay. All right.
All right, that's someone that can blow up the Stormtrooper. Oh my god, the
Absolutely
Winter-
can. It's off stage right this time. I told the teams while we were in the lobby, actually I didn't, but I'm going to pretend I did. If this game doesn't end in 25 to 28 minutes, round of 8 is actually canceled for both these teams. So whoever wins Stony Brook versus McGill, the next game up, they'll just get a bye next round of 8 if these guys don't finish this game quick. So sorry.
Yeah, let's hope that's. I mean, let's hope it doesn't go that long. I mean, 25 minutes we can probably forgive them for, but another like 16-minute game, probably not.
Yeah, not with a CK gyro. That's not one you win early. They do have Beastmaster, but Beastmaster isn't. He doesn't push as early as he used to. Not
No.
with the standard build for him.
It's because yeah, nowadays you don't max Call the Wild anymore. You maxes your axes and your inner beast first, from what I've seen.
Yep. As a league game, we're going to introduce you to these players one more time, and it is my pleasure to introduce UMD, who will be on Radiant this time. Miss is going to be on our Bounty Hunter. We got Trubs on the BM, that's the Beast Master. Witch Doctor will be played by MZS, probably going to be roaming up with Miss, because those two are an absolute menace in this game. Inferno will be playing our Gyrocopter, and that leaves our good pal Slurm on the Storm Spirit.
And over on Rutgers, we have Storm Soldat on the Trusty Underlord. Got Lagcraft playing Lina in the mid lane. We have Jahan playing the Chaos Knight. Got Mouse, I believe we're calling him, on the Clockwork, and finally a Timbal on the Winter Wyvern, dealing with pesky Bounty Hunter.
All right,
Bounty
here we
Hunter
go.
did not do so well in the first game.
No, he did not at all. Well, I mean, yeah, he kept his team in the game for a lot longer than I think they
Yeah.
could have reasonably been in, but
Yeah.
he definitely didn't have the ganking, the good old ganking time that he
Yeah,
wanted.
he got
and,
like no kills in like
Battle
pre-6.
begins.
and that was, I mean, it would be super scary. You have to feel like he didn't feel like he could go for a gank, because at any time the rest of the UMD team could just show up and be like, nope, this is our gank now. And they did consistently. He was trying to get information and scouting, but he just kept getting caught.
Yeah, so many dust, so many sentries.
Alright, unsurprisingly, yeah, Clockwork is here in the mid. Just gonna hang out with Lagcraft, and we've got Miss going for a Courier Snipe.
Looks like that is exactly what I was going for, but that Courier staying is safe. They know they're playing against a Bounty Hunter, and this is great to see.
Oh, look,
And-
they're actually
oh,
just gonna have
God.
Clockwork come here and grab the items. Miss is...
Very smart.
Yep, they pass it off to Clockwork, and Clockwork is the human or machine courier right now.
That feeling when you're a support and all you're doing is being a courier. Bot lane, there's
Yeah.
no Coconut Underlord.
Storm Soldier takes a little bit of damage from the coconut. He's fine for now.
Yeah.
Even able to get his salve off to full HP. Nah, not quite full HP.
But
Close.
Mist coming in with the Orb Venom. This
Yeah,
might be
here we go.
dangerous.
Oh, yeah, Storm Soldier could be in some trouble. He's dropping Firestorms, so think about another coconut. Doesn't bounce back to him. He has nowhere to head right now. Homing Missile coming in. First Blood will be going over to UMD on Storm Soldier. Eventually, thank you. No one wanted to hit him for fear that Inferno would not get the kill. It took a
Yeah.
little bit longer than expected. But we arrived at the same destination.
But worth it to give it to your carry for sure. Accelerate his farm faster into the mid game, and that's great for Gyrocopter. Trev's gonna be checking his bounty and gonna be running into this Clockwork.
Ooh, Lagcraft taking some damage in the mid. Could be in some trouble. Miss putting the damage in. He's just gonna take the tower. One more shot, two more shots. He's gonna throw the storm.
Oh,
no, Miss is
no!
gonna go down. Lagcraft will die to the poison, and Slurm is gonna survive, but did pick up the kill on the bounty hunter at least. I think who does that favors the storm spirit.
But the storm spirit did not get the
didn't get
money
the
or the
kill,
XP.
and Lagcraft does. So yeah, it's is it
I
a
think that's
wash
the-
or does it still go to Lagcraft?
I think that's goes to Lagcraft, because Lagcraft got the XP and the money, and Storm Spirit didn't get anything out of that gank.
Suck it,
Because
Storm.
Lagcraft TP's right in, and he didn't even miss a creep wave.
Oh yeah, now Lagcraft comes back with full HP and mana. Whereas
Yeah.
Slurm is gonna be slumming it up a bit, slurming it up with not a lot of mana right now. Oh, well, after
Like,
an
moving in the
action-packed
top?
start, yeah, everyone's just hanging out farming. Okay, here we go. Mouse is gonna get caught. Throws the cogs and he's
Wow.
through just fine. What am I
Really?
saying?
I thought they were going to be in those cogs, but
It
pushing both of them away.
certainly looked like it. They
Yeah.
were right on top. I guess the... Okay,
bot-
here we go.
bot.
Onto the bottom. Storm Soldier TPing out. Maledic is going to just pop that bad boy.
Yeah, this is something we gotta be, every single time we got Witch Doctor in lane with someone else that can deal a huge amount of damage like Gyrocopter, we see a lot of kills.
Alright. Back to the mid storm. Slurm, Storm Spirit, was taking up a little bit of XP as much as he could in the camp. He was afraid to go out too much. Or go out, you know, venture out in the lane, into the river too much while that creep wave is back. So supplementing that XP that he's missing out on with a singular large camp creep. The small one. The large camp small creep. Now Storm Soldier is going to take another coconut. Here comes the Maledict. He's taken so much damage already. No way. Goodbye, Underlord. Have a nice pop and death when the next... Oh,
Trying
is
to
he going to
deny
get it?
himself.
He got the
Wow.
deny. Now Mouse is here taking quite a lot of damage. He gets the deny, but this is a lot of resources required for Rutgers to just deny themselves, keep themselves out of lane. Now Miss is here in the mid with Slurm, but Timble is here as well. Throwing some damage back and forth. MZS is going to show his face. He was definitely spotted by Lagcraft, and now he has to get out of here. Clockwork is trying to chase him down right now. Very wisely, he immediately recognized he's got to get the hell out of this river.
Yeah, Witch Doctor has the boots and the wind lace, so we'll be able to outrun that Clockwork.
In the top, our friend Chaos Knight is having a jolly good time, I must say.
32 last hits.
Yeah, killing it on the last hits. Lena pretty much even with Storm. Gyrocopter quite a bit behind the CK. And then the off lanes, basically no one wins. No one gets to win in the off lane.
Yeah. I mean, at least I think the Beastmaster is sticking in his lane, keeps soaking up the XP more effectively than Storm Soldier and the Underlord, who's enforced into a jungle right now.
And not dying.
Yeah, and not dying, which is important. Because this Gyrocopter already has a 1 kill and 1 assist. Would have been like another assist if he denies. Of course, deny still costs you money, and you are
Time.
dead for quite a long while.
Yeah, especially in the early game. You're dead longer from a deny than you are from a death.
Yeah.
From a creep, a neutral deny. I should say.
Miss takes away Legcraft's clarity in the jungle. He's been doing this a lot. Harassing him whenever he goes out for camp.
Oh,
Ball into
Slurm's
mid.
coming in. There we go. They're going to drop the LSA. 2 TPs coming in. It's Mouse and Winter Wyvern coming in doing as much as they can. They take down the Lena. Now Mouse is going to try and come in. He catches Miss inside of the cogs. Miss is going to just make his way through the cogs. Gets hit a little bit, but he should be able to make his way out. No, he's not able to get invis in time. Slurm is going to be able to TP in 4 seconds. Are they going to be able to stop him? They don't have the mana.
Nina's coming in.
He's got TP now. TP now. Slurm TP now. Slurm is now going to take a slow, rough bit of damage. Oh, the cogs are going to block the rest of the team is coming in. Now Slurm is going to be just fine.
Yeah, he's really gonna keep you away.
Meanwhile, on the bottom, though, this tower is getting a hurt.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It was so unfortunate for Lena. Her like constantly camps getting blocked off and stuff like that meant she didn't hit level 6 while Storm Spirit hit level 6 before her, and then ended up going down. Especially
Yeah.
missing the LSA against the Storm Ball again, it really hurt.
Yeah, she's got a bunch of stacks, but I have a feeling that Miss is going to be there to soak up half the XP from it.
Yeah, they might want to use a sentry here, but it's like they're going to just leave Legcraft to clear this.
Miss is just going to soak in the mid lane. Oh, here he goes.
Trubs
Oh,
on
he's
the top.
deeping. Yeah, he's deeping top. Coming in. Here we go. Trubs taking quite a lot of damage. He's going to go down, but the rest of the team's here. Inferno chasing down Timble right now. He's going to take him down with the Rocket Barrage now. Homing this on to Clockwork. Clockwork blown up. Now Johan has to make it back to the tower. He should be just fine. Even with the Mallet on him, I don't think they're going to be able to dive that hard. But with the creep wave, they might be able to pressure the tower and force some TPs, maybe take another fight. Or they could also probably just need to get back. Because MZS, a lot of them are hurting for resources right now, like mana. MZS, does he find Johan? Yes, he does. There, homing missile coming in. Johan's trying to fight up into him right now. He gets the cast bolt, but here comes the homing missile. Johan is going to take a lot of damage from the Rocket Barrage, and Miss is here as well. Johan doesn't want to go down right now, but he is. Now, Mouse is the next Rutgers hero to get in here. He sort of traps himself and delays up in his own cogs. One more shot is going to do it, and they even lose Lina here in their own mid lane.
Slurm just balled into her again while she was taking him on jungle camp. This game is not going very well for Rutgers. This Storm Spirit is starting to get out of hand if he starts killing Lina like this
And
constantly.
Inferno's chasing Timble down now. Timble's gonna eat a homing missile. He's dead. Oh wait, he needs another Rocket Barrage. He doesn't have the mana. He has to leave. Here comes the Chaos Bolt. Gyrocopter taking a little bit of damage, but he should be able to make it out. No, a couple more shots is all it's gonna take. Reality Rift. Here it comes. Actually, Winter Wyvern gonna get it, but Miss will get the kill. And that is great for a bounty hunter, even baiting out and dodging the Chaos Strike. Unfortunate that Gyrocopter gets down, but getting Miss kills and XP, solo XP for kills, that's not too shabby either.
Yeah, mid lane again, Slurm diving onto Legcraft. Oh my god, this is bad. This is really bad.
Slurm, Golgi, give me a number right now. Bloodstone, when?
If he goes for Bloodstone first, which I'm not sure if he would, he might go for Orchid first here, just to start bullying more. But if he like rushes Bloodstone, I think he can probably get it in like, I don't know, if he keeps getting kills like this, like 18 minutes.
Let's say, okay,
16.
he rushes at 18, 16. I do agree with the Yules as well, because if Lina gets a Yules and goes for the Yules combo, he can just counter Yules and make sure he doesn't get hit by the LSA.
Yeah, or the Orchid. He can just use the Orchid on Lina. Well,
There.
actually, no, you'll get a hit.
Yeah.
But you just initiate on Lina first, right?
Yeah.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
There we go, top tower going down in favor of UMD. UMD taking a hard control of this game.
They're gonna find the
Dire's
Bounty
top
Hunter under the sentry.
Ah, such is the life of a bounty hunter.
double damage.
Thankfully, that kill goes out to Legcraft, who really needs some money right now. Actually, thanks to all the stacks he took, he's not actually that far behind on the net worth compared to the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, he's barely behind.
Yeah, 500 gold behind, which still does hurt because you know the Storm Spirit would not be as fed right now if he didn't have like those 3 kills on the Lina.
All right, now Rutgers. As I said, it feels as far as the feel of this game, you watch UMD. Seems like they're getting a lot of important kills right now, but Rutgers, what's their play here? They still have that Chaos Knight who can do a lot. He's died a couple times here in the top, just the once actually. But they just want to make space for him at this point, right? That's what we're watching for. All right, here we go. Ball lightning in onto Clockwork. Maledict inside his own cogs, but they've already baited out a couple skills, and they're just going to get back. MZS already has his Death Ward up. He's putting a little bit of damage in. They're going to have to use Clockwork. Oh, he's going to get ball lightninged on. They cold embrace to try to keep alive. Slurm is going to keep coming out, and now they've got a call down coming in for the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter, they're not going to get any kills out of it. It was just a zoning call down, but they get their kill and get out UMD.
That was a 5-man rotation, by the way, from Rutgers,
Yep,
while
and-
Gyrocopter is farming top.
Yep, they forced Chaos Knight to come in, so that was a big play for UMD. Not just the single kill, but their resources expended, and the resources in time and space
Radiant's
expended
top tower is under
by
attack.
Rutgers.
just not going well. I have not seen a single Laguna Blade come out either. Rutgers really kill starved right now. They just don't know what to do against his aggression coming out from the side of UMD. I would love to see some way for him to initiate, but they don't have a lot of initiation right now.
Uh-oh, Inferno. He was out in the jungle, taking a little bit too much damage. Storm Soldier's coming in. Yes, Inferno was doing some exploratory farming. And, you know, the danger of exploring is sometimes you're going to find something you don't want.
This Clockwork is like one creep away from level 6, and once they have that going, I think they might be able to find some kills with this Lina. Because right now they're desperately lacking some initiation. Right
Miss, though, is one creep away from track as well.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Okay, so Clockwork's hookshot is online now.
Bounty Hunter, despite all the creeps here, Bounty Hunter is not level 6 yet. Come on, just get one thing. They're gonna go for the miss. Please hang around. Yes, he's gonna hang around for the tower to kill this. He's gonna throw the shuriken. He's got a 6. Now they go. They're smoked up. UMD. They're on the hunt. Who are they gonna find? With their current path, no one.
They find Miss.
Oh, Jahan TP'd into the mid as well. Miss is getting found. He gets the track out. The track is only out on the Clockwork. They're gonna get a little bit of damage in. Gyrocopter Storm Soldier is using the Dark Grip. Is he gonna get everyone out? Yes, 1, 2, they're out of there. Clockwork gets left behind under the tower, and they will be able to take him down to the Wild Axes, but it could have been a lot worse than it was for Rutgers.
Yeah, that was such a weird angle for UMD coming in that Rutgers did not expect it at all. They came from this direction, which they did not.
Oh, Storm Soldier TP'd back in. He's going to try and defend this, but he's taking a homing missile right now. Quite a bit of damage. He throws the pit behind him. He's under the tower. I think he feels safe and is going to be just fine. And this will be UMD here to take the first tower of... No, not the first tower of the game. The final tier 1 tower of Rutgers. Not yet. They get forced out of it.
I think the biggest issue here for Rutgers is Lina, how behind she is. Again, in the last fight, she did get the pick on the Bounty Hunter, but she used a Laguna Blade very late there. Just got like 100 damage Laguna Blade to kill that Bounty Hunter, and then she died immediately afterwards.
Yeah, the good thing is that Chaos Knight is still looking very healthy. He's top of the network.
Yeah.
So a couple more items. What is he working on? He's got his armlet, going for a saber, Echo Saber. Do you think is he fight ready at that point? Is that when we're gonna see him roaming with his team, or is he just
he can start fighting, yes, once because he already has armlet, as you said.
Yeah.
Once he has this thing out, he has enough damage to do it. Of course, he is going to be much stronger once he has a Manta or a Heart, but he's not a farming hero. He needs to start fighting it whenever his Phantasm is up, and he's about to get his level 2
Level
Phantasm
2, yeah, that's what I was about to say. His level 2 Phantasm is almost up, so that's a big power spike for him, and that's not even item-wise. Maybe that's what they're... He wasn't huge in the last fight, I feel like. He's been out kind of doing his own thing, or as much as the game allows him to do his own thing, he has been. But we should see him really put his foot on the throttle here.
Yule's finally picked up Polina. It's her first item.
Nope, he's ready to fight. He's going out aggressively. Homing missile coming in onto Jahan. They should be able to take down this tower really quickly. Here comes the call down. Slurm is going to come onto it, but there's the hook shot catching Slurm. Slurm's going to jump deep into the back line, trying to go onto Timble. Slurm is just backlining around the rest of the team. Here comes the Death Ward. It's going to do so much damage. They've already lost themselves the Gyrocopter, but the Death Ward is still taking away. Storm Soldier, he's not able to save any of his team with the Dark Grip. He's not even able to save himself. It's a team wipe. Oh, UMD is just styling on this game.
And Bounty Hunter was alive for the whole thing. I'm not sure. I don't think he got the track on all 5 of them, but he definitely got at least of them. That was a 2.2k goal swing, 2.3k goal swing over for the side of UMD at 16 minutes in the game, and 2k goal swing at 16 minutes is crazy high.
Yeah. That was... It's about 40%.
Look at Bounty Hunter right now. Look how much money he has in the bank.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's a happy Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, he just jumped up. Him and his supports, thanks to all those tracks, MZS, they are going to the bottom 3 slots on the network chart are all held by Rutgers right now. But yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about that game or about that fight. But lots of money obviously going into UMD. Support's looking extremely healthy. MZS is praising the bounty hunter so much right now because
Yeah. I mean, it's all the Storm Spirit, him being so ahead, being so over level. He's like level 13 right now. He just dove into the enemy team by himself, and Winter Wire landed a 3-man Winter's Curse, by the way, behind the Storm Spirit.
it did nothing though. Yeah.
Yeah, and Storm Spirit was fighting 1v5 in front of that, but Storm Spirit didn't even die. Even through all that. Yeah, Storm Spirit did finish off his Kaya now and going for the Orchid next. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. When you're ahead like this, you want to just keep
The
buying
damage
all
coming.
these damage items.
Yeah. Rutgers is going to be positioned up on the bottom. They take themselves a tier 1. But UMD, they don't care too much. As the first tier 1, they're ready to go on top. They're pinging up the tier 2, and Rutgers actually pinging the tier 2 as well for defense. So we're gonna have a firefight.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we're talking about with Rutgers draft is something is that their high ground defense is phenomenal. So even if they lose all these high ground, the low ground towers, they can just defend their high ground for a very long time until they're confident their heroes are up and running. But the problem is they don't really have a late game powerhouse hero. Lina is pretty good in the late game, and Chaos Knight is okay as well, but I don't think they can match up against Gyrocopter, Storm Spirit.
Yeah. One thing that I saw a Storm Soldier doing, which was good in play, he was throwing anytime that there was something like they were worried about maybe there's a bounty hunter around, he's just dropping Pit of Malice. But he did it while he didn't have any detection, no dust on him, no dust on the mouse at the time. He's now picked it up. So even if they saw him there, they weren't going to be able to do anything about it. But still, dropping that, like, people forget that will visually tell you if a bounty hunter is around, if he gets caught in it. Now, UMD picking up a pretty commanding lead on this game. You can see, look on the net worth chart, Golgi. Look at the angle of this spike from that 5-man team wipe where Mist got plenty of tracks out.
Yeah, for sure. Like this Bounty Hunter, I mean, whenever you take big team fights, Bounty Hunter team is going to be very, very happy. And like, Rutgers would love to get some kind of initiation going right now, but they run into a Storm Spirit, but there's not much they can do to catch him.
And now there's UMD smoked up behind it. I don't know if Rutgers is going to expect a miss. Yeah, here we go. They're going to go aggressively onto Lagcraft. Lagcraft taking quite a lot of damage. Dark Griff gets used up. Lagcraft, are they going to be able to kill her before the Dark Griff? Yes, they are. And now Storm Soldier's out of there, but they got their track. They got their kill on the Lina. UMD is happy-pappy with that, and they're going to head to the bottom now and take the final remaining outer tower.
Yeah, this Lina is a liability right now. Lina is just so squishy. Just have, no way. I mean, she's building into her Bloodstone now, but she had to stop by her for Yule Scepter, and this Yule Scepter has been very low impact. Although it is a necessary item I think she needed to go for, I agree with, but just getting so behind in the game just meant that she's easy food for Storm Spirit. Like, Storm Spirit just jumped into the enemy team like that. There's nothing your teammates can do to save you.
I think, is this really just showing how good UMD's drafter is? Picking it at the phase of the game that they did kind of really forced Rutgers' hand into burning a ton of time overthinking this, or was Lina the best thing available at the time? Like, that really comes down to it, right? The Lina was the response to the Storm Spirit. The Storm Spirit was third picked.
It's just like, when it comes to Storm Spirit, it's usually like supports that kind of like worries you, I feel like, well, as a Storm Spirit. Like, oh, there's going to be a catch over onto Mouse there. MZS getting a solo kill against Mouse. That's rough. But yeah, like, the supports, like...
Your Disruptor you'll pick up.
Yeah,
maybe even a Konka can deal with it pretty well. X-Torrent if you're timing it really well.
Or like a Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, yeah, there's tons of supports that can deal with it. A lot less cores.
Yeah, like unfortunately, like Silencer kinda, but the thing is like his global is such a long cooldown. Stormfront usually picks up with Yules, and then he's kind of can deal with
Fine,
it. But at
yeah.
least when you're ahead, like Silencer is like decent. But you know you can just pick a Silencer support as well, right? That's the thing. There isn't a lot of, I don't think, mid laner that like super hard counters Storm Spirit towards the late game.
Yeah, I mean, Puck with a blink can silence him. Of course, he's just gonna, same thing, he's gonna go Yules. It's not as long of a cooldown, but yeah, what else is there? You can buy an Orchid, but it's such a, that's a pretty heavy investment to make.
It is.
And by that time, he's gonna be picking himself up. Yeah, that Yules, if he has the inkling you're going through it, he can go for Lincoln's. It's great drafting from UMD. They really put Rutgers in a hard spot.
Radiant are scanning.
Like the thing is, like you want to draft damage on your mid laner and your base laner, right? So when you do catch a Storm Spirit, you have the damage to kill it, and you won't have the CCs left over to your, you know, off laner, or your supports. It just wasn't a really awkward spot. That's the argument for like not always picking your supports first. Is because it can lead you to some great counters like Storm Spirit.
Yeah, and the meta right now is heavily supports first, especially because no one hero stands out that much. Like, you don't have a lot of insta-lock heroes. Tiny a little bit, maybe the Sinner, but if none of those are in the pool, you just grab yourself your 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's just at least like saving for one of them. Like because if they have like a Night Stalker in here, they'll like definitely on the last second thought when it comes to Storm Spirit. Because that Crippling Fear's cooldown is very short as well, and it silences you for like 7 seconds at nighttime.
Yeah, at nighttime, very long time. Miss is gonna run into them. He's popping the smoke. Oh, he knows something's up, and he's out. Miss, a perfect place, perfect time. Just had the right sense. I don't even think he saw, right? He
No,
didn't
just
see any of those. He's like, this feels funny.
Yeah.
No,
They smoke into
Miss.
Slurm, but that's one here.
Slurm's gonna take. He's gonna be able. Yeah, he's straight out of there.
If they were close enough for Lina to maybe land the LSA, then they can follow up with the Chaos Bolt. But unfortunately, Lina. It's a little bit too far away.
And look at this, UMD's playing it very slow and steady, making sure they get plenty of farm on their gyro, making sure that Storm can continue to get pickoffs, maybe a few more items here, a few more items there. They know that this is safely in their basket. They're going to take it slow and steady as they need.
Yeah, they're going for the Roshan now, and with the Aegis on the Storm Spirit can play even more aggressive. He just finished Orchid as well.
The question is, does he even need it with how that last fight went, Golgi?
I mean, now that he can just go YOLO and suicide to get full mana back.
Oh no, it's on the gyrocopter. Alright, here we go. Stormster's in the backline. He's going heavy on top of the Chaos Knight right now. They use the Winner's Curse. Winner's Curse doing a lot of damage, but there we go. They've already got themselves the Chaos Knight. The Underlord, Lina, turning around on a Clockwork. Now Winner Wyvern is the sole survivor, but is he really? He's getting chased down by Miss right now. Timble taking quite a lot of damage. Okay, Miss is gonna reposition himself outside of the tower, and here it goes. UMD is already here. Buybacks flying for Rutgers at 25 minutes. Economic damage. We're at 18k net worth lead, Golgi.
Yeah,
This is
Bounty
getting.
Hunter.
Oh.
Bounty Hunter is so rich right now.
And even these 3 heroes with the buybacks, can they really fight into all 5 of UMD's
No.
heroes?
Especially with the Aegis up on some gyrocopter, no way.
They're taking
So
so
maybe
much
we'll
damage.
just jump
Going to the
solo.
chance, but he goes into the Clockwork out. That's a dieback. He's gonna walk into the pit. He doesn't care. Tier 3 is claimed. Moving around onto the melee barracks. They have a second set of barracks in the top that is still available for them, even if the rest of Rutgers respawns right now.
Middle barracks
They're so dominant. There are important ults down right now. The Death Ward and the Roar. But Roar's back up in 5. Death Ward's back up in 2. They're a fresh team. They can fight again if they want, Golgi.
Yep. This Storm is level 18, by the way. His level 3 ball lighting up.
All
Okay,
right, here
caught
goes
yet again.
Miss getting damage onto Lagcraft. Lagcraft taking so much damage is Yuled up, but will go down as soon as she hits the ground. Deathward pulsing away. Winter Wyvern out. Underlord out. The rest of the team, Yahan, getting chased down to the fountain right now, taking a lot of damage. Is he gonna make it? He is not. No, he's armlet toggling up, not making it.
Triple
Back to the
kill on
barracks.
him.
Another team wipe for UMD.
Is under attack.
Beyond godlike for the storm. Actually, just godlike, but it's gonna be probably beyond godlike if this game goes any longer. They're just going for the jugular right now.
Yeah,
Going for the tier.
they're
4s.
taking the tier 4. What is Rutgers gonna do about it? Good game gets
They're gonna
called.
call it good game.
That's what they're gonna
Yep.
do. UMD, I told them, under 28 minutes or else you don't get a round of 18. They listened. And the Ancient is gonna fall with 30 seconds to spare.
Oh my god, that is. You called it. You called it. You called the duration of the game.